What's goody? Everybody just came in the back from my tea of the day. Welcome to season 4, episode 7, Cuatro y Siete. And I know it's been a little while, but I was out here living my best life, enjoying myself, and enjoying Pride this month. And the Pride Parade was everything this year. So let's get into what we really came here to get into. Let's get into this motherfucking Supreme, these old ass men and the women who lived in the fucking 1720s overturning shit and telling us how the fuck we need to motherfucking live. These rules need to fucking change. This order need to fucking change. It needs to be a time period of when you can't make these fucking decisions for us anymore. You reached your peak. You're too old to make these decisions. Because clearly you're not living in this day and age. So, if you don't know, there was a law, Roe versus Wade, which made abortions legal. It made abortions accessible. It made abortions part of our everyday life. Part of a necessity that needs to still happen. And a few days ago, they overturned this law that's been set in place for generations, making abortions not legal, now making it how to get an abortion. I'm confused. I'm baffled. And I just don't understand. So this is what we know. We know that now, even no matter how you've conceived this child, you now have to carry this child. It's basically what they're trying to say. They're putting stipulations on your body. They're putting rules on your body, which is now allowing you to now have to deal with trying to go other places and go other routes to get abortion. Which that means if you're going those other routes and you're going those other ways, obviously complications and shit can really happen because you're not doing it the traditional way. So now basically you're ultimately putting your life in danger. You're putting yourself in danger. And let's not forget about the women who have septic something, where like atomic pregnancies and septic fuck. But yeah, the women who have to get abortions to save themselves, and it's a medical condition. For them not to die, this is what they have to go through in order to live. And you're taking that away from them. So basically, you're telling them, fuck you and fuck your life. Fuck your opinion, fuck how you feel, and fuck how this child was conceived. Because not every time a child is conceived out of love. Let's be clear. There's a great percentage of times that unfortunately child and kids are conceived in a matter of rape. If we're gonna go there, let's motherfucking go there. A large percentage of time, kids are conceived out of rape. And how is that fair for the mother to now have to deal with that traumatizing aspect of how the child was conceived? So, at this point, you don't give a fuck about the kid at all either, because you don't care about their well-being. Because at the end of the day, they should have the right to say no. They should have the right to not want this kid at this particular moment. There's a right. Because you're not the one carrying the baby, sir. Mr. 90-year-old man, you're not the one carrying this motherfucking baby. You're not the one having to feed it, having to clothe it, having to change diapers, breastfeed it, all of these things, plus having The hormones and the this, the that, your body getting out of whack, everything that comes with having a child, we as men do not have to deal with. So why are we as men, specifically white men, are putting laws out there saying you can no longer have access to your body? So should they just give the bodies away? Like, should they just, you know what? Okay, so what can I use the bathroom now? Can I go shit now? Like, can I go shower now? Like, since we have to ask for permission for everything else, clearly. At this point, are we asking permission to do everything else daily that we need to do in life? How the fuck is that fair? How the fuck is that right? What we're not gonna do is continue to play with women and their fucking rights. Women are continuously being put on the back burner in any fucking society, but especially black women, just in general. Women are considered the weakest link. How the fuck is that? The math ain't mathing. It's not adding up to me. It would never add up to me. We need to continuously push the envelope and push the message that women are fucking great. Women are the head of the motherfucking household. If there is no women, there is no us. We're not fucking conceived if there's no woman. So how is women so not important, quote unquote, but they're the one who is keeping the household together? They're the one who are fucking creating us. Without a motherfucking egg, it's just gonna be motherfucking dicks around. So how did all the men get here? Without mothers, without sisters, without daughters, without a woman present in their motherfucking life. But they're still allowed to think this way, because this is their opinion, right? But their opinion is fucking wrong. It's wrong. It's tired, it's late as fuck. And it's time that we make a change. It's time that we stand up for women in any and every aspect of our motherfucking life, of our motherfucking beings. Because it's one thing to not pay them what they're fucking supposed to be paid for doing the same job as a man. Second, it is not okay for women to then be basically single mothers without their fucking consent. Now they can't have abortion, so now they have to have a baby that was not conceived out of love. They have to have a baby that can mentally drain them, that could kill them, and can kill the baby. And they're supposed to now have this baby and then what? Give it up for adoption, which is another mentally draining situation. After not necessarily wanting the kid because it's not the right time, it's not the right place. You're not helping them support this motherfucking kid. You're not giving them the fucking needs that they need to fucking have to support this kid. But you're taking all this away. Again, it's not making sense. So now, of course, everything else is going to be overturned. Every other law that they feel like gives people a little bit more power is going to be taken the fuck away. So the only one who's not going to be affected, it looks like, is the white man. Because they're protected under law. They're protected to say whatever the fuck they want to be and say. If they want to be a fucking statue, they can motherfucking be a statue. And no one bothers them. But once we as people, once we as black people, once we as gay people, once we as women, want to be something other than what you allow us to be, there's an issue. And that's unfortunate that you feel that way, but we're not going to continue to allow you to dictate who we are and what the fuck we feel. And anything. We're just not going to allow anything from you anymore. We're not going to allow you to continue to dictate and to lobby on our bodies, on our mind and on our souls. Because you can't break our soul. You can't break who the fuck we are. You cannot tell me I cannot do this and this is my body. How fucking dare you? How dare you? So, of course, everything else is going to be overturned. So gay rights, out the fucking window. It's going. That's the next thing that's going. And Florida, right now as we speak, that's why I would never visit Florida ever again. Because now, the teachers, the gay teachers who are out there who, just like every other teacher, has family photos on their desk, or just loved ones that they have to remind themselves of why they may be teaching, or why they got into this field, or whatever that looked like for that person. And now they cannot put that out there anymore. They cannot have photos of their loved ones if they are gay. They cannot say the word gay. They cannot say the word queer. They cannot represent anything. They can't have gay talk. They can't tell the kids, especially the kids who know, who are gay, who need this, and who've been needing this for years, for centuries, that's never gotten that. And we're at a point where it's fucking needed. Representation is fucking needed. Being able to say, hey, Mr. James, thank you for showing me the way. So now I can be a better gay person. I can be a better gay man. I can be a better gay woman. Thank you for teaching me this. Because I would have never known. I would have never known the rules. I would have never known what it's like, how hard it can be, how hard it is, what the trials and tribulations of different aspects of this lifestyle is. It is fucking essential. But when Florida starts it, everyone's gonna follow. Because Florida is just the leading force of this agenda that they have to erase us, to put us back into closets. For women, to put them back in to not having control. You know what tea is really? You know what fucking the real tea is? Men are so threatened of how women have become so independent, especially with like within this life. They've always been independent. Let's fucking be clear. They've always been badass for generations, for centuries. Even back when they were slave owners, the house people, and then the farm people. They've always been smart. They've always been independent. Like, they've really been independent, like, the last decades. We've really shown the world, I don't need a nigga. I don't need you. Being here is a fucking accomplishment. You made it, because I didn't. I don't need you. Like, I literally don't need you for anything. Which is so true in so many ways. So it's the power that they're so afraid of women having. That's why they want to knock them down again. And make it feel like they're still nothing. But quiet as kept, they're everything. They are fucking everything. Women will always be amazing. Women will always be... Well, women needs to always be respected. Women needs and will always be the driving force of a family. They are essential. And by you putting limitations and stipulations on their body, is not making them fail and are not having them in the best light and the best representation that they're supposed to be in. So y'all try that. And we as people need to start electing the right motherfucking people into office. We need to start boycotting and doing protests and all of this stuff to make a change as people. Because when this motherfucking see numbers, there's no denying what the fuck it is. But we have to come together as people in our individual groups to make a bigger badass group for change. That's the only way we're going to change. That's the only way that this and any other law cannot be overturned. This is where we stand. It's 2022. With road versus Wade being overturned. This is where we say, like, this is our history. This is it, and you're okay with that? Absolutely the fuck not. I'm not. And so, let's have these conversations. Let's show the fucking Supreme Court of old motherfucking biddies that you're not gonna fucking play with us. You can play with your motherfucking dick, you can play with your pussy, but you're not gonna play with us. You're not gonna play with our livelihood. You're not gonna play with our independence. You're not gonna play with our human motherfucking rights. And that's a human right. So, at the end of the day, let's get this back into play. Let's figure out what the fuck we need to do to get this back into play, because I'm not okay with that. And no man should. Whether you're gay, straight, it don't matter who the fuck you are, purple, blue, you should not be okay with them doing that to our women. And I'm not giving them a choice. No, because I'll be damned if I was in that predicament and no one stood up for me. They were just all quiet. Absolutely the fuck not. Let's speak it. Speak it loud. Speak it motherfucking proud. You will not have a hold of a woman's vaginas. You will not have a hold of the motherland. You tried it. We need to get these motherfucking old ass biddies out of fucking office, because it's clearly past the fucking bedtime. It's clearly time for a new change. It's been time for change. So let's get our motherfucking change. Period. So the people that we are electing, we need to look at who they are. We have to do our homework. And we don't really do our homework. When we actually vote, we don't do our homework. We just like a certain aspect of the person, but we don't know that whole person as a person. And this is where we fail. But for the Supreme Court, we really need to fight together. We have to make a change. We have to put this back into play. And we cannot allow them to overturn any other fucking basic right, any other fucking law that's going to happen after this. This was Kimi, and I was back with my motherfucking cheat of the motherfucking day. Thank y'all. Hopefully y'all had a wonderful Pride Month. It was amazing. It was very, very eye-opening, but it was, wow, just everything. This was season 4, episode 7. If you like podcasting, if you want to get into podcasting, try Anchor. Get into Anchor's gig. Anchor is cute. If you want to be on this platform and talk about some real shit, some good shit, some funny shit, if you want to spell some motherfucking tea, let's have fucking tea time. Let's do it. Let's go for it. If you really want to have a conversation like the one that we just had today, let's go for that as well, because these conversations are important. These conversations need to be had. That's why I have a platform. That's why I built this platform. To have these conversations, to have these table talk conversations that people are scared to have. And we can no longer be silent. We can no longer, because your silence is saying a lot more words than you fucking know. So the more silent, trust me, we looking at you, and we looking at you motherfucking sideways, because that means you're okay, and you're allowing the bullshit, and you're okay with it. And we can no longer ask people to be okay with the bullshit anymore. So, laters. I felt like I had to get back in here a little bit, because women utilize abortion for many reasons. And it's unfair to just make it seem like it's just rape or incest. A lot of times, it's health issues. It's their health issues that they would have to have an abortion, like I said, to save them or to save their kid. Like, they can literally be, like, in their second trimester. Like, I just read a story, and the woman was in her second trimester, and she had to have the abortion because her son was going to be brain dead. Like, how can you cope with that? Like, how can you deal with that? How can you allow yourself to have this baby and knowing that he's probably not going to live? Again, that's like, it's all about mental health. It's all about stability. Like, there's other instances where they're just not ready for kids. Like, they're not ready for another kid. Like, they're not prepared. They don't have the funds for another kid. And that's not fair for them to be forced to have another kid if they don't financially have it. Because it's not like y'all are handing out money. Y'all not handing out fucking coins to help raise these motherfucking kids. Let's be clear. Or the time. Because you can have the money, but are you going to have the time? Because you're going to be fucking working. So now these kids are going to motherfucking be neglected because I couldn't have an abortion. Because y'all told me no. The plan B. Or the plan B didn't work. Or the birth control did not work. Now she ends up pregnant. Now she has to have it, but she followed the rules. She did everything she was supposed to do in terms of having safe sex and everything like that, and she's still wound up pregnant. Now she can't have an abortion. Interesting. Or being raised in a abusive household, being raised in a toxic as hell household. As you was a kid, you don't want to bring that along to your kid. And so until you get yourself checked out, until you figure things out and seek the help that you need to seek to get over those traumas, why would you want to bring another kid in the world? Another reason why women get abortions. Like, there's so many different reasons that y'all are not, that y'all don't care about, and y'all are taking away from these women and their rights. Do the right thing. Overturn this law and put abortions back into play because it is needed, and there's many different motherfucking reasons that I don't even know because I'm not a woman. I don't have those experiences, but there's so many different reasons of why they have abortions. So stop playing and let them have their human rights.